Hey everyone, welcome back. We have a new turn here with Omniscience, right? And we are watching Mountain Arena, which is the first multiplayer game on this new map, designed to dissuade people from dogpiling others. Micklin, 31 hoplites, 16 ecdromos. I'm very glad I added the imps, otherwise that definitely would have been a failed expansion. Yeah, he didn't end up taking many losses. I don't believe the rumor mongers who claim that the Flying Jaguar Circus is somehow related to the Grand Demonic Circus that terrorized the worlds in past eons. Every good scholar knows that its ringleader was banished for eternity by the Pantocrator himself. From Laka, to whom it may concern, we, the cute monkeys of the People's Republic of Cute Little Monkey Boys, have heard that the Flying Jaguar Circus has been attempting to crowdfund from you, our fine neighbors. Do not be deceived by their clown noses or floppy shoes. Our cute monkey brethren once performed in the circus of neo-capitalist oppression. Our boys had no worker rights, no workplace safety measures, and our attempts to unionize were crushed by the bloodthirsty CEO of Jaguar Enterprises. Your donation of 5 gold, the price of a cup of coffee, will go to supplying sticks and stones to the nearest Marcata in their fight for freedom. Join us in the battle for equity against the colonialist, imperialist Jaguar Enterprises LLC. Okay. I don't think they're even really neighbors, but I might not remember that exactly right. So let's start with Micklin, because we got the first message from them. And here they are. A pretty clean expansion here. He's got this, this Moon Priest here. And some imps, and these imps make a great addition. This would have been pretty gnarly. Because these guys, yeah, they can take a hit or two, but you really don't want them getting surrounded. 15 protection is not enough to just face tank these heavy infantry with only 5 jags. So that was pretty nice. Very clean. I love the use of imps in expansion. And this is his profit, I believe. He's got the Jaguars. So, yeah. And then coming down... All right, I stepped away for a minute. But coming down, we have Hinam. Attacking independents with fun wagons. I like this too. He's got the 2 Avite infantry here. This is really important. If one of these guys dies, you don't want them having a morale check and falling off. One thing you can do that's a little bit better too is start farther back. And that will allow... You really don't want these guys getting too much in contact. They're doing okay here, but there's a decent chance... Oh man, he's lost a lot. He might rout. Yeah, fun wagons are really good, but they have kind of like a critical mass. And this barb probably got a killer too, I bet. Oh no, he gets squished. Oh, these javelins are doing some work, too. Yeah, and you can see right now, one's died, and then this guy in the bottom's surrounded. And then Tanglevine's coming out. Yeah, that's kind of... The problem with Tramplers, guys, is that they put themselves in horrible positions, right? Like, you can see this guy, he, like, ran forward, gets surrounded, and gets killed. They have really good protection, but it's like they really are a critical mass thing. Or if you have a front line that's like holding the line and then they can kind of like work their way from one side, that works really well. But they took it, but they basically lost everything. They're probably not happy with this expansion at all. They'll probably be able to reinforce, like the Horite Shaman brings some and they take whatever's left here and come down here. Like they can probably expand and take this, but they're reeling after that. That was really painful. And then they take this with no losses. Yeah, there's so many different ways to expand. Avite expansion in some ways is better than the fun wagons. The fun wagons do better against elite troops. The Avites are better just in the sense that they tend to not get surrounded like we just saw happen there. And so they often don't have much attrition. But here you can see... Like, the initial salvo, like the initial wave of dudes, the Chariot's crushed. It was like the second wave that ended up causing problems. So, But if you look at it too, I mean, this was not a lot. There's 5 chariots, right, versus 40 bear tribe. So, anyway, they're off to an okay start, but that was definitely a bit painful. Coming down to to Niflheim, he continues to expand. These are Hoburg militia. These are really bad. Still loses 1 Jotun warrior, but that's acceptable attrition. And this is a really high income province. And he's expanding here with the Nifl Jarl. Nifl Jarls are spooky. And this is this very weird Heat Aura Fate Weaving Bless. Quicken Self and Mirror Image. Well, Mirror Image didn't last very long. Fate Weaving Regen Heat Aura. Are these guys... Oh my god, these guys are very, very asleep. Yeah, Fate Weaving, I think, is really good on Nifl Jarls. The only problem is you kind of want magic resistance, too. I mean, look at these guys. They just get instantly put to sleep. This Chill Aura is so strong. 18. That is really good. And he found a Haunted Village. Free Death Gem a turn. Niflheim definitely likes that. They have very good... He could start doing reanimation if he wants to. I don't know if he will. You can also twice-born your Nifl Jarls. They really like a good, healthy death income. So that's really exciting for him. No... Oh, he's gotten some Gaijas. Okay. So I don't know when the next Nifl Jarl is coming out, but I don't know how he'll do here against Barbs. Barbs are like Barbs and Cavemen. These are both things you want to be very cautious about sending your Nifl Jarls into. I think they can take them, but I don't know how clean it's going to be. Like, you could die in like 1 round if you got really unlucky fighting them. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. I'm really interested to see what his move is here, and if he can take these guys with this Nifl Jarl. He also does have... maybe this will swing the difference. He does have invulnerability, if I recall. So he's got protection versus mundane is going to be 18. Okay. And this was in Cold 1. Which is 2 now. So he's going to have basically the same stats here. I don't know. I think the battle takes place in the heat of summer. We'll be able to tell next turn, depending on the scales. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see what he does here. Ubar. Oh my gosh, we see the Jin Warrior appearing. I mean, this is just a Doom stack, is the only way to describe it. He's got Mercs in the front. I don't think this is a deficient expansion. This is Doomstack expansion. Where the Jinn? Okay, they're back here in the back. You really want them landing at the same time as the birds. The birds do a great job to keep these guys from getting harassed down as they get surrounded, etc. Okay, they lose a few pirates, but... And so far, they're only doing 1 expansion party. Most of the other players so far are doing 2 at this point, so they're going to be on the small end for provinces, I'm expecting. Yeah, they're on the lowest tier of people expanding, but there's a lot. They have company. Okay. Micklin. They take these guys out, and they take these guys out. I don't think there's anything here worth looking at. There's pretty bad units. I think he was doing summon imps. I think we already watched that too. I stepped away, so it's a little foggy as to exactly when that happened. Okay, Furblog Warriors. Okay. Here we go. They take that pretty cleanly. We've got the Tuatha here. Javelin's getting a few kills. He's got Arrow Shield on his commander, which is nice. They kill that Barb, which is really good. These guys are under the 5 squad threshold, so it's possible they get an unlucky route, but they survive here. So, some significant attrition. I'm tempted to say... Oh, it's Wolf Tribe, too, so they're going to be able to harass down And if you don't have great protection, they're pretty killy. He's found a slave market. That is going to be enough to break you into blood. After, 15 turns of this, you can empower a scout and then start blood hunting. So that's pretty cool for a non-blood nation. Very cool. We have Kappas over here they can try to get to. Okay, coming down, we have Tianchi. They've got their Warriors of the Five Element as long as some mercenary fish. And they had lost a priest here, which was a little unfortunate for them. But oh my god, do they blender them? These Warriors of the Five Elements are brutal. And here we can see a lot of Warriors of the Five Elements, and it looks like he's got some more mercs. Tianchi winning the Merc War. He pings the Bakemono province. He's probably looking to see exactly how many Kooni there are, and if there's a path on this guy and how many gems he has. So this is going to be 3 Horde of Skeletons castings. And then here he takes this. This actually is interesting. So ghouls and stuff do not have... Oh, but there's banishment. Ghouls don't have good protection, right? So the archers are actually going to be very effective, and then with banishment, they're just going to be running in and getting pelted. And yeah, you can see they can't even close. And then the Soulless have just horrible MR. So banishment does a lot of work to them, and then they rout. So that was very clean. And a Lava Lake. He's going to be very stoked. Team Chi, by the way, some of the best site searching in the game. They just can site search very efficiently. They have a lot of broad, low-path commanders, and you send one of them out, and they just find all these sites. They're starting off with a great Lava Lake here. They, of course, didn't look for this. This is available in the map already, but it's just going to set them up to potentially be in a very good spot with gem income. And gems are very important for early age TNG, because while other nations might like turn blood slaves into sacreds or things like that, TNG turns gems into sacreds. And that's far more so the case for early age than any of the other ages. Though I think in middle age, I know you can still get some demons or some sacreds from gems. I can't remember about late age. Lanka, who is probably going to be my favorite. I'm rooting for Lanka so fucking hard. I love this race car. Like, I love it. I want it to work so bad. This quickness race car Lanka build, it's just so cool. It's so cool. God, they're so angry. Look at them. Who needs defense when you've got a bajillion offense? Look at those guys. They are monsters. He does not feel comfortable. I wonder if he's pinged this. I can't remember. I don't think he has. He's got to get out. He should be able to kill these elephants pretty quickly with these guys. They are, they have high defense. They're very killy. They should do pretty good against the elephants. You've got to break out of here, Lanka. You cannot sit. You don't have to, but I would not recommend sitting in here much longer. Sadly, it looks like he's going to have to come over here next. Like, he's not really set up to expand this way. I mean, he could move here, but then he would have a turn of no expansion. And you definitely want, like, a really strong force to come out and take this. By the way, Jade Amazons are amazing for Lanka. Lanka does not get access to water, and they really like it. It's great for buffing thugs and other things. So this is a great pickup for Lanka if they can get it. He's got a Raktapada here. I don't know what he's doing. I'm sure we'll find out. But he had mentioned he has a plan to like start summoning wolves and get blood hunting really early, probably in the next few turns. Coming down to Yomi. So here he sends a Dione and some other dudes to basically mess with these elephants. And yeah, they wreck them. Quick reminder for everybody, the Dione Bless. We've got some attack, we've got some reinvigoration, some defense, some shock resistance, magic resistance, and regen. I like this bless a lot. I think this is a great bless for Yomi. Okay. I don't see another Dione here. I think he would pop up, but we'll see. Maybe he needs another turn. Because he's also in the lower tier of expansion with no sign of trying to break out of his cap. And he definitely pretty desperately wants to get these farmlands. He certainly can, but I mean, I guess he could send a Dione here this turn. Let's also take a look at the Dione and see what their research is like. Stone Skin, so he's alt 2 right now. Okay. He might be waiting for alt 3 to really send these guys out on their own. They do a lot better with Iron Skin. But they're pretty tough without it. Stone Skin's pretty good, but you probably have a little bit of attrition. Once they get Iron Skin, things start going crazy. Okay, we've covered Tirnanog. Next up, we have Sarmatia expanding with these Oreopata. Unfortunately, they're getting mind burned. That's a lot of blessing. They want to make sure everybody gets blessed. And the problem, of course, when these guys, once you close and melee with them, you get lance charged. But that's pretty clean. I think he lost 2, but I mean, I don't think he did anything wrong there. He had a couple mind burns, which was painful. This also is sick for Sarmatia. Sarmatia does not get good air access. I don't think they get air access at all. The Inaris don't. Yeah, these guys definitely don't. The Witch Kings might. No, they don't. Yeah, so no air access. So, I mean, this is huge. Like, Sarmatia is a communion nation, and he just got access to communion air mages. This is a big deal. That is a really big deal. So that's amazing. That's just like, you're super happy to be playing this as Sarmatia and get some Crystal Amazons. So I hope he's enjoying himself after that. He still doesn't, it doesn't look like he has plans to break out of his capital. It's summer, so he can't, oh. So this is the problem with Guard Commander bullshit. Well, there's a few problems. One is he didn't have them on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake. I don't know about this putting them. I think you're making it too complicated, buddy. I think you just put your guys, this is what I would do. You put your guys right in front. You maybe put, if you have 6, you don't put any on Guard Commander, and you just have them run in. And you have this guy go behind. Maybe have him cast Barkskin. But yeah, I don't think you do this, because then this can happen. Were they on attack closest, I wonder? If they were on attack rear, that would be extra bad. I think they were not on attack closest. Yeah, I don't know how he had this scripted, but that was a mistake. The problem now, of course, is that these guys are stranded, right? Because he lost the commander. And I don't know how many retreated, but probably not a whole lot. It looks like only 2, but maybe 3. You know, that's painful. That is really painful. Maybe you recruit a commander here and you join up a big force and take this together. You know, possibly, I don't know the map move of Oreopata, but 18, 16. If you take this, I think you can move through the capital and take this. And then slam everything, including the guy you recruit to pick up these stragglers, and whoever's left in your capital, and you just slam the elephants. And maybe you make a bit of distraction chaff for the elephants, too. Elephants are not something you want to run heavy cav like this into. All right? You want to be very careful about it. However, very high defense, and with lance charges, you can take them out. You don't want to get trampled very long, because they will kill your dudes. They will kill them pretty quickly. But I think if it's only 3 elephants, I think you could take like 12 Oreopata and take it. And then once you do that, you can break out of your little circle. But we're seeing a lot of elephants and barbs and other scary things, cavemen and these choke points. So very interesting. Overall, though, I would say this is, you know, while it's a painful turn, getting Crystal Sorceresses is such a big deal as Sarmatia, so I don't think you can really be that upset playing them. Agartha, oh, we see the god rolling out. Earth-made flesh. He's got armor, he's got regen, and he is spooky as hell. He's got a ton of reinvigoration just from his chassis. And then he's like, oh, lance charges, that's cute. I have 333 hit points. I don't care. Oh, these guys still route, though. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Chillars here. These guys really aren't getting frozen very much. Like, there's a few of them that are frozen. And these guys run? Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't think he needed to send anybody with him. I think these guys just died. I don't think they did much, honestly. I think you just send this guy alone. He lost a bunch of these for no reason. I mean, this is like Monday morning quarterbacking, and you know, you do have to be cautious about things like, you know, lance charges. But, I mean, this is in his dominion. He's got regen and personal regen, right? Like, I think he was 20% regen. Yeah, I mean, how are they going to kill this guy who's fatigue neutral with 20% regen? He's regenning 60 a turn. Watch what happens once he starts taking damage. Now, I don't know why you send anything in here with him. Okay, yeah, 53 a turn, guys. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Oh, yeah, we just have to do 53 damage every single turn for like a bajillion turns against the dude with 22 protection. Yeah, no problem. No problem. So that was unfortunate, because these olms really work through critical mass. Like, 5 ohms isn't great. 10 ohms is actually pretty sick. You start really fucking up all the formations, and then things straggle in, and anybody you have to just clean up the stragglers, they start doing really well. So, you know, it's really a shame that he lost some here. Because you really do want, like, 15 ohms is really good. That's when it just starts being like, you get 15 ohms, and then you can get, like, any of the worst. Like, these guys suck. They're horrible, right? They have really bad stats, but they're really good at hitting dudes that are paralyzed. Or when they surround, like when they outnumber you like 6-1, right? So you get any of these, whatever you have the resources for. Actually, since these don't cost resources, you have plenty of resources, right? So you just get some of these. You have like, you know, 8 of them, so they're not going to route. And then you have like 15 of these guys. And that's going to run over a lot of expansion parties. And I'll point out, win a lot of bumps. And Can't Make Me Wear Pants did pretty good, though. So that's a very cool. I'm still interested to see how Agartha plays this out. All right, coming down to Ballin Stalin, the Vanheim player. I think he's got a pretty good position. He could potentially, I think he's pretty well set up to win some of his first wars, especially if expansion keeps going well. I'm sad he didn't take a very manly bless, but, you know, what am I going to do? Okay, kills the deer tribe here, loses a few cheap dudes. You can see the Van Heers do a ton of this work. I guess we'll watch this. Okay. Excellent. Machaca. Manchaca coming out with the Lions. Woo! Okay, let's watch that again. I was sure that commander was going to get sniped, and he barely survived. But the Lions routed. The Lions are not very defensive units, but they managed to kill them. I think these archers, yeah. Those archers just get 1 arrow in. Could have gone either way. But the Celestial Lion comes out. And remember, he's an ethereal celestial lion with a boatload of hit points. Right, this is going to be very hard for Indies to shoot through. And he's got luck and twist fate. All right, very cool. And yeah, this guy pretty cool too. Lion Warrior's doing most of the work here. Their commander got... Oh, it's probably their prophet. I was like, their commander got kills. That's not something you want. But yeah, it was Smite. And he's got this, which is actually not that great. I thought it was good, but it's not really that good. Presumably he's going to come take this, but he may come over here and take this. One thing you have to worry about a little bit, expanding with the god, there could be... actually, I don't think it will matter that much, but there could be air mages. I don't know, every time I see small little human provinces like this, I'm like, God, I wonder if there's an air mage there. But yeah, things are looking pretty good so far. It would have been real nice if he could have gotten this, and he was right on the edge. And it's like, whatever. He designed, like, he got these lions to die. He wasn't expecting these to survive to the first war. They're just really low resource units. He was hoping to amp up his expansion. Because the Lion Warriors take a bit of resources. It's nice to help clear your cap circle with that early. So, Machaka looking pretty okay. I think they're going to have a pretty good chance of getting control of both of these farmlands and having a big controlling interest in this corridor. So, looking really good. And I believe that brings us back to Mictlan, which we've already seen. I will take a brief look at the score graphs before we close out. First place looks like it's Tianchi for provinces. Next up, we have TNN, followed by... who is this? Not Agartha. Machaka. TNN and Machaka. Not who you would necessarily expect for position 2 and 3. Let's take Tianchi out. Next place, we have... Oh, Hinnom. And behind Hinnom, we have Vanheim. And behind Vanheim, we have Mictlan. Or they're all tied, actually, not behind. And then in last place, all tied for last, we have Yomi, Niflheim. These are basically the super combatant expanding nations, right? So they're those. If you're doing super combatant expansion, you're normally a little slow out the gate. And Lanka. And Lanka has been doing big doom stacks. Agartha also is a bit slow. They've been... honestly, with their pretender and stuff, I think they should have been doing better than this. Like, it's a cool build. They should have just doom stacked their olms around and send their god out to expand once they had personal regen. And Sarmatia, they just got unlucky because they failed in expansion. Otherwise, they'd be up in the pack above this. So that's it. Hope you guys are enjoying the game, and we will see you all in the next turn.